One of my subscribers requested that I do a color review of Sherwin Williams Pearly White. It's a beautiful paint color that I've used many times over the years, and when paired correctly, it's absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the undertones of Pearly White, and there's another undertone that a lot of people are not aware of, and I'm going to explain to you why it's so important. Also, I'm going to give you some valuable tips when it comes to pairing Pearly White with the fixed elements and lighting that you may have in your home. And for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm an online color consultant. I help people all over North America find the perfect interior or exterior paint color without ever stepping a foot in their home. Feel free to check out my website in the description section that's right down below. I would love to help you. All right, let's talk about the undertones of Sherwin Williams Pearly White. The first thing I want you to know about Sherwin Williams Pearly White is that it's not a white. Paint color names are really misleading sometimes, and I get it. So Pearly White is actually a light warm gray, and the undertone is a green gray greige. That last word, greige, is super important, and I'm going to explain about that in just a second. But first, I want to compare it with some contrasting paint colors so that it can pull out the undertones that I want you to see. So the first one is called Caliente by Benjamin Moore. It's considered a red. Watch what happens when I compare Caliente with Pearly White. You're going to instantly see the green undertones of Pearly White. Now, I'm going to compare this with another paint color called Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore, which is considered just a true white. Watch what happens. When you compare Chantilly Lace with Pearly White, this is where you're going to see the gray of Pearly White. So now that you know Sherwin Williams Pearly White is a green gray, what about the greige? Well, watch this. When you compare Portland Gray by Benjamin Moore, which is considered a violet gray, watch this. When you compare Portland Gray with Pearly White, this is where you're going to kind of see a little bit of that beige in there. And for those of you that don't know what a greige is, it's a mix of a beige and a little bit of a gray. Now, watch this. When you compare classic gray, which is considered a light warm gray, it's just like Sherwin Williams Pearly White, but the difference is Sherwin Williams Pearly White is a green gray greige, and this is going to explain everything. Watch this. When you compare classic gray with Pearly White, you're going to instantly see how Pearly White is warmer than classic gray, and classic gray is cooler than Pearly White. So there's one more thing that you need to know about Sherwin Williams Pearly White. In comparison to classic gray, you could see how it's warmer than classic gray, even though they're both considered light green grays. However, Sherwin Williams Pearly White is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to lighting. For example, if you pair classic gray and you don't get a lot of lighting, classic gray is known to sometimes be dingy, and even sometimes it looks like a blue-gray. But Sherwin Williams is a little bit more forgiving because you have a little bit of that greige. And for those of you that are tired of trying samples after samples, or if you just want to prevent from making a costly mistake and you want to get it right the first time, then I highly recommend you to go to my website, check out my online packages, and read the reviews. See what clients have to say. I would love to help you. Next, I'm going to talk about how fixed elements and lighting go hand to hand. If you're thinking about painting your home with Sherwin Williams Pearly White, you've got to ask yourself some questions. The first one is, what type of fixed elements do I have in my home? Do I have warm undertones or cool undertones? For example, if you have warm gray kitchen cabinets, or maybe you have honey oak kitchen cabinets, well then chances are Sherwin Williams Pearly White is going to be a good match for you. Or if you have red cherry wood flooring, or maybe dark espresso kitchen cabinets, well then chances are Pearly White is not going to be a good match for you. Because what's going to happen is that Sherwin Williams Pearly White is going to look a lot more green than it really is, because those red undertones is going to be pulling out the green gray undertones in Pearly White. And you also need to be mindful of the type of lighting that you have in your home. Do you have a north-facing room, or do you have any room or space that doesn't get a lot of natural lighting? Then chances are Sherwin Williams Pearly White, it might look a little bit more warm green gray. It might look a little bit dirty or muted. Or if you have south-facing rooms or any space that receives a lot of natural lighting, then chances are Pearly White's going to look like that beautiful warm green gray Greige that you're looking for. So you've got to be really careful when it comes to comparing Sherwin Williams Pearly White with the fixed elements and the type of lighting that you receive in your home. And I highly encourage all of you, get a paint sample. Compare it with your fixed elements. Is it going to be cool or warm? Is it going to be clean or muted? It's so important to get this right. I just don't want you to make a costly mistake. If you found this video helpful, please put a like. Let me know. Until then, I will see you in the next video.